Hello and welcome back to a vitamin-filled park, which is this fruit farm. Though these are olive trees, and these are flowers, and these are also olive trees. So I don't know if those are counted as fruits, but it's all about the idea, right? And so far, this park has been extremely successful because we are in July year 2. And we already surpassed the objectives that we got by 200 guests, so that's pretty decent. And well, we also pretty much filled up most of the park. Now there is still some space left over here, here and here. And well, let me just share the plans with you. I think that we got space for 2 coasters over here. However, we kind of need to, well, do some changing to the landscape over here, because all these paths, all these flowers, they're pointless and in the way only. So we're gonna have to work on that, but we should also have some new stuff over here. That's not the Kruger Mansion. Yeah, this one. So let's build this first, and I'm thinking to build this over here. However, before we do that, just one thing comes to mind. Let's check if all the rides are hooked up. Yeah, that was kinda herp-derp, really. Oh man, yeah, really bad. Huh? Car ride, huh? Wasn't me. Yeah, I think that because we left it, unhooked up and open for so long, that it has already lost its novelty value. And, oh, it's actually utter crap. No wonder nobody wants to go on it. I don't know what it is. This was also the case in the Magic Quarters Park. Ah, then again, maybe this track design with a roof through the track isn't all that stellar. Yeah, alright. But yeah, that makes it understandable. Though this is a bit concerning, because, failing a track design twice in a row, bad me. Anyway, we're gonna do a quick pricing check. So, yeah, we know about the car, right? For the rest, though, that's the big thing. Well, I can see that the shit wheel, the mango wheel, wheel number 1, look at the description at the bottom of the screen, it says wheel number 1, as if there could be a second wheel. Oh, game, sometimes. Anyway, yeah, this is in dire need for some pricing adjustment, because $5 is not gonna cut it anymore. So we'll lower it to some more reasonable 50 cents. And wow, look at the queue, man. Damn, that is long. And filled up. So, yeah. Now, this... Alright, well, I mean, see, this is... I don't think we've built this all that long ago, but because it's in the second year, things will start to lose their value. Even though it's from Apple, it's called iCinema, which should make it so that it's amazing. Because naming is all that counts, right? But no, not in this game. Now the Pumpkin Smasher. Actually, look at that. That is freaking amazing for $1,000, and it's still profitable, so... Pretty good, pretty good. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, look at this. This is the boat, the flying banana, still in full swing, and wow, it actually... Huh, so we did this a lot earlier, but apparently, yeah, this is a much faster ride, so... Alright, good. We did our checks and scans of everything, and everything is good. So, time to build this bumper ride. And I'll build it here, like I said. Remove quite a few trees for this, and once we've placed this over here, I consider this area to be pretty much filled up. So, well, I just thought I'd share that knowledge with you. Yeah, we'll build it like over here. Now there's gonna be quite a queue on this, even though it doesn't really need it, but well, I mean, why am I doing it then? Good question. Anyway. In good fashion. We'll pause the game when setting this stuff up, because, well, we've been doing that so far, and I think that, pausing the game when we can has led us to this great number of guests in the park at this time. I mean, 1,300, that is just amazing. I don't have any other words for it, really. Damn, man. I still can't believe it even. I mean, eyes, are you not deceiving me? So, good. Alright, I'll pause it again, but this time to do some important stuff. So, how about we're gonna call this, fruit fight. Yeah, fruit fight. Alright, good, done. Now, if we're gonna, yeah, I mean, a fruit fight, fruity colors. I think we should, you know, put that color theming to rest and just use some orange, like we've been doing for the rest of the park. Though, to be honest, in all honesty, I mean, I quite like these fruity colors that we got going on here. Even though it's a bit, you know, well, more of the same at this point. I do quite like it, you know, it's a bit of a different color flavor that we've been using so far, and it's for the better, I feel. Good. And yeah, we did set that up. We did set everything up. It's opened. Well, what else could we want, right? So, oh, boom boom music. Let's see if we can change that actually into something a little bit, well, you know, fruit style. Would that be in here? No, it's not. Maybe the Roman fanfare style is a bit more like fruit. Alright, yeah, I guess so. Whatever, we'll leave it at that. It's a bit overshadowed though by the galloper, right? But, oh well. Good, now that we got that, it's time that we start doing some roadworks over here. And, well, you know, I'm thinking of removing quite a lot of it. So let's see over here. Yeah, we'll remove this stretch here. And I know we got stuff just wandering about now, but, well, I'll fix that later. Oh, alright. Wait, hold on a second, let's remove... Huh, so there's a stretch over there that leads to nowhere. We'll leave that. We're not gonna hook anything up to there anyway. Look at that. The path is magically disappearing. Wow. I wish our road workers in my country were this fast, you know, with tarmac construction and repairs and whatever. Oh crap. Yeah, this one I don't need. We're gonna keep like this line over here. So we at least, you know, I do want it to hook up in the end, you know, so it's like a circle, or well, rather a square really. I mean, making a circle with all these paths, you know, these square paths is a bit difficult. Now then, we got ourselves the path that we want. All that is left for us to do really is remove any flowers. And I'm seriously, I mean, because there's no path, we might as well remove all of them except the ones bordering a path, because there won't be any handy dude watering them, so they'll all go dead and dried up, and that was only bad, you know, for the looks of the park and what the guests think of it. So yeah, we might as well. Now, because we're not building anything, we're removing beautiful flowers. No. The guests will, you know, stop coming to the park for a little bit, so I might be stuck on 1300 for a while. But even if it drops to 1200, we still got the park in the pocket, so I'm not in the least concerned about this. Now then, wow, I wish there was like some you know, zone removal tool for this kind of job. Dang, man. This takes so long. So boring. RSI creating, you know, repetitive stress injury coming in. Well, then again, there are a lot more games that got that. Wow. I don't think I should be a gardener because I am only removing all the flowers. Here's a nice garden with just the bare land. Yeah, I think I'm better off doing Rollercoaster Tycoon stuff. Look at this. Nice! Alright, so we got that done now. We also got 11 grand. We'll put this staff back on the path, so they'll actually do something useful. And I think that... Ooh, we got the circus show. Well, I was about to say, it's time that we build the coaster, but now that we got this, of course, we can't stay behind and we have to build this. Alright? So we'll do that. Let's see. We're gonna build that over there. Doesn't really need a super long queue line or anything fancy, really, but... You know, it's one of those slam down thrill rides that you just need to have in the park. Well, I mean, a circus show, not really. But then again, I mean, it's nice, you know, and it will lure in more guests, and that's what counts. Now then, can we do, you know, a wild animal show? Wow, imagine that. You're in a closed-off tent with wild lions jumping around. Yeah, man, I'm getting sidetracked here by my own fantasy. That's not good. We need to color this. Why don't we go with a bit unusual coloring on this, and we go with this. I think this looks rather unusual, don't you think? Yeah, how about the fauna show of oddities? Oddities, however you write it. Wow, what a name, man. It's a mouthful and it's totally fruit unrelated, but alright, I guess it'll have to do. Yeah, so we'll have to... No, come on, remove that tree. Get some exit path going. And done. Open up for business, I'd say. We'll get some, you know, some benches, trash cans and whatever out here. You know what, we can even have jumping fountains. Just some stray, you know, pair of jumping fountains. But not in any other place in the park except there. Oh well. You know, it's better to have one than to have none. Now that's some wisdom for you right there. So now that we got the circus show, I think it's time that we build another coaster. And let's just quickly go through this, because so far we don't even have a single grand coaster. And well, you know, I think we should have one. Though with 11 or well 12 grands now, this is crazy expensive. To make this a proper grand one, I think you need like 18 grand. And we don't have that, so we will resort to a bit of a cheaper option. Though nothing bad about it, it's just that it's cheaper, you know. But this is still amazing, so we'll build this coaster and see if we can get this somewhere close up to grand. In terms of where I want to keep this coaster, really, it's quite simple. I kind of want to keep this along the side over here, you know. So, and I want to keep this free for yet another coaster. So, there you have it. Park planning done. Time to build. Time to get into action. Look at that. Alright. So, we will go up like this. Do our patented lift trig. And, you know, I don't think we should build a curve or anything. We will go up quite high because we got so much cash now. I think we could make this quite an extensive coaster, yeah, if anything. Now then, yeah, right now I do need that curve in there because I'm actually already too late. So yeah, this is more or less the only viable way that I see this coaster going. But look at that, it's steep drop after these curves. Wow. Oh man, yeah, the G's are gonna be mind blowing. Oh, look at that! We got the water splash for a change pre-researched. Now that's new. Alright, so yeah, we will get that. Definitely. Now the height is 26 on this one. So right now, it should be quite low speed. Which is good, because there will be another drop. Look at that. Wow. This is amazing. Look at this track design, huh? And we'll have an alright photo section with a water... Okay, no, maybe not. Maybe not the water splash then. But we can always add that, you know, later on in the track, right? I mean, the water splash also serves kind of as a brake. Because it does break the, you know, the trains pretty badly actually, so... Yeah, now then. What we also need is just a bit more regular track design. Well, first we'll need a drop, because I kind of want to go below our own track over here. Like this. And if I now disable the supports for a bit, this is much easier to work with right now. Like this. Look at that. You know what? Right now we're really at the border here, and I think that this is perfect for this coaster to go on the ground. And that should really help with the ratings and all that jazz. Look at that. We're not gonna do it. Well, what we could do really. Well, do we have the cash for it? I guess we do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have an underground water splash. Never seen before features in the countless parks of Tycoon Damage. Let's see. Look, and now we'll just go up again using our trick over here. Like so. Now, the question is, because we got 7 grand, how high are we gonna go up here? That's the real question. And I think that height 21 is more or less good enough because, well, because, alright? So, wait, hold on a second. What I need over here is to go down and then have a nice curve over here. Like so. Now the station's back end is over there, so we need to move ourselves over there. But first, oh, we're actually right in between the trees, right? Yeah, we are. Alright. Yeah, I don't think that is gonna work. No, it's not. So we need to shorten this drop a bit. So right now, it's good to go above everything. Oh, is this gonna work? No, it's not. So I guess we'll just have a few pieces of straight in here. And then we will have it... Oh, crap. Alright, that's way too much straight in there for me. Because this is a wooden coaster after all, it needs to go up and down. That's my definition of wooden coasters. So, yeah, we're coming from height 21, so the speed isn't amazing on it. Look at that, and right now we are above our own coaster track. Just barely, but... Right now, I also think if we go down quite a bit... right now, we're going below our own coaster track. Which I think, I mean, this is quite solid track design, if you ask me. Okay, that is a little bit less solid track design. But we can fix that, actually, because... Look, if we do it like this... And then we'll have a sharp curve in here. Right now, we are on a nice angle to see that we get a good approach vector. Wow, I sound so aviation-like. On our station. So, let's see here. Actually, coming to think of it, this might not be the best approach vector, as I just put it, for our station. This will be though, because right now we can go to height 8. And look. Why is that not work? Oh. Of course, what a surprise. Trees in the way, in a freaking fruit farm. Dang it. I could have thought of that myself, really. Let's see here. Oh man, I really need is a helix, actually. Because right now, I'm having... the path over here being a nuisance. So maybe if I do it like this. Yeah, alright. So maybe like this. This is kind of difficult actually to get back to. Let's see over here. Yeah, alright. So we need to come from an entirely different angle to this. Instead of going around the exit over there, and here is the solution to this problem. Look, height 8, where I need to be. Then, like this. Oh man, alright, so not banked. And this is how we need it. And this lines us up with the station, if I'm right. Look at that, as if it was made for it. Well, I mean... This is a bit not our typical wooden roller coaster design, but it's more like, well, you know, classic design with lots of ups and downs. And I'm having high hopes actually for the ratings of this track. So will you guys check that out for me, you know, report with the ratings, only if they're good. If not, go and bribe the rating agency. No, but yeah, you know, go and check that out while I do some quick hooking up of things here. And wow, look at that. I mean, that is a pretty nice speed to go through all of this. I also think that an underground water splash should, you know, be quite a good advertiser really for this ride, if anything. So, oh, and listen to the jungle drums. Boom, 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 boom. They sound like underwater music, really. Good. So, what we need is a fixed mechanic for this. Yeah, man, we got underwater water splash, or underground water splash, really. That's just so good. Oh, and we also need quite a crap load more of these handy dudes for this whole new area. I need one for the exit specifically over here. And then I need like another one for the rest of the area. You can cover all the rest. Here, handy dude, you're not gonna have a crazy workload. Look at that. Wow. Alright, so the coaster has made its first test ride. You know, I spied from the corner of my eye and it looked pretty dang good. It's actually one of our best coasters. So it seems that this kind of long stretch design looks pretty damn well. And I'm actually pretty pleased with that. I mean, you know, this looks much more like a true classic wooden roller coaster to me. You know, ups, downs, bit of a mellow curve and all that. So yeah, looking pretty good, pretty happy with it. Now I am gonna close it because what I want over here... Oh no, it has 3 trains. Alright, good. Well, in that case, we want this inspected every 10 minutes. And let's name this. Yeah, we need to have some classic fruit. What is that? Oh, grapes, really? I do think that we have something called grapes already. Oh, I know it. Oh yeah, I know it. The bittersweet lime. Yeah, hell yeah. Now that is a fruit that we don't have. Wow. I mean, I'm actually proud of that fact. Not that the coaster has a 7.8 in ratings. No, it is fruit that we don't have. Anyway, now a lime is green and white. So, I guess you can see what's coming over here. How does this look? Does this look lime-like? Not really, huh? No, I thought so. And that totally doesn't look lime-like, but that looks a lot more lime-like, right? And what if we... No. Can we get away with this? Let's just zoom out a bit and see how it... Well, it's a bit much for the green stuff, if I'm honest. If we break this up with a bit more like that, white maybe. It's a bit too green. I'm not digging it so well. So how about this? Well, that is also green, but it's for some reason it looks better. And since this is the lime coaster, we kind of need it to be green, you know. Well, and yellow, because lemons are, well, you know, I think limes are just lemons who were, you know, taken from the tree too early. So there you have it. My theory on limes. Now then, we got this all opened up. I think we got pricing right. So, yeah, let's unpause the game. Now we opened up the final section of the park. Now what we do need over here is, you know, the toilet. Because, well, you know, no park can ever be good without a toilet. So we'll add that. And while we're at it, we might as well just add like a few more facilities, huh? While we're in the zone doing that. Like that. And we'll add some drinks over here. Look at that. Perfect. I'm not gonna change a thing. Now then, what do we have in terms of new gentle ride? Well, a tower. And that's it, a tower. So I've been building a almost grand coaster, and all that I got is a tower. Wow. Yeah, we are still in high gear though, and apparently our research department is not. Oh, if I do this nice and tight though, we could fit in another gentle ride. But really, we also need some more stuff over here, I feel. So I'm not gonna build it all that tight, because, well, why would I really? We're gonna go up to the maximum height though, for sure. And, well, with another tower over here, I think that's the perfect excuse to start building a coaster around it. I mean, it's there for a reason, right? Not for the guests to have a nice observational look of the park. No, it's only there to build a coaster around it. No, not really. It's there to make me money. I mean, oh, crap. Yeah, so I just hooked it up to an exit. Not so good. Anyway, that's the tycoon in me popping up there. It's here to make us money and to win us the park. Look at that, we got 1400 guests and we are still in year 2. Still in September really, the end of it though. But pretty good. Well, if we, I'm not entirely sure, but we might even get to 1500 guests. I'm not entirely sure on that. I can't promise it, but if we manage that in 2 years, that is amazing. That is truly amazing. Now then, we're gonna open this up, and how about we're gonna call this? Is there like any high altitude fruit that I can think of? Not really, so let's just get away with the fruit, and how about we're gonna call this, yeah, the Scarecrow altitude. No, how about the Scarecrow? Just Scarecrow. I mean, why add more stuff to it? Alright, now, because it's a Scarecrow, we need scarecrowy colors, if there are any of those. Well, usually they're made out of straw, right? Though in my country it's more like just tin foil and empty DVDs and all that, but anyway, that's a minor detail. We're gonna leave this grey, you know, these tiles. And I guess that these default colors actually don't look so bad. So, all in all, you know, this whole black tower, it's also like right next to this oddly colored section of the park. I mean, the rest is all green and orange. Oh, and orange. And orange. And then there's this. It's a bit darker section of the park. So, I'll keep it at that. This is put to 10 minutes. Good. Well, all that's left to do really is one more handy dudes to this area. Look at that. And I mean, moments ago we were building a coaster and already we got 8 grand again. Now, this park is damn profitable. And you know what we also haven't done in quite a while is a vandalism check. And we might as well do one right now. Yeah, see, there are a few benches here. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so maybe I have forgotten a handyman in this area. Is that so? Is that the case? No, that's not. It just seems that this handy dude over here is totally overworked and close to a burnout. Cause damn, man. Yeah, alright. So what we need then is a bit of replacement over here because wow. Yeah, it looked like a war zone, man. A vomit war zone. Look at that. Now that is actually from this coaster, I think, because that is just, well, I don't know, a true vomit machine. For the rest, though, I'm looking, you know, at the rest of the park, but it seems that in terms of vandalism, it's actually pretty alright. Well, it's just, you know, just a bench here and there. Trash can here and there. Nothing major though, really. Though this isn't so good. Have I forgotten a handy dude over here? Could be though, because this is like the far back end of the park. Yeah, I did actually. Alright. So, I can't blame that on bad performance of the staff. So, but it wasn't me either. So for the rest, it all looks to be pretty nice and dandy. Good. Well, on that note, I'd say join me next time when we will finish this park, hopefully. Because if we don't, something's wrong. Anyway, yeah, see you then.